It was a head scratcher, to say the least. The city of Northport and many of its residents want and believe they need their own hospital. They spent a lot of money to apply to the state for permission to build one. The only problem, the city didn't partner up with a healthcare organization to run it. Why and what is next for the city? Christopher Brantley joins us with more. Christopher.
Well, good evening, Alan. $100,000 was spent pursuing a hospital, but the city has nothing to show for it so far. In fact, after spending that money, the city decided just to stop. That decision to stop comes as quite a disappointment for Dave, a Northport resident who didn't want to give his last name because he spent his career working in the healthcare field.
An emergency, 20 minutes is 30 minutes is 30 minutes.
Dave says time in an emergency is critical. It certainly was for him.
I had some emergency here a while back, and I had to go all the way to Venice to get it because the little thing the SMH has down here doesn't have the facilities.
Sarasota Memorial Hospital has a standalone ER building. It's capable of doing minor work, but lacks the acute care ability, which is what Dave and Sam George want to see in Northport.
They were asleep at the switch. They didn't pay any attention to it until we brought it to their attention.
George runs Northport's Community Health Action Team, or CHAT. He told us Northport would never have begun to look for a healthcare agency to partner with until CHAT stepped in.
One could say that when we began the process of exploring that, relative to others in the general region, we were late to the game.
George claims that tardiness led the 8 separate healthcare agencies the city tried to partner with at a loss. None decided to take on the challenge.
It wasn't a no, we won't partner with the city of Northport. It was the timing with a very short window of time by which the whole application had to be put together with a hospital partner.
Another reason agencies might say no, a giant just to the north was putting in a similar application to build a hospital in Venice.
You have over 200 physicians in the Venice area, including many of ours, okay? And you look at Northport, you have about a dozen, and most of those are ours.
David Verinder is Sarasota Memorial Hospital's CEO. In his first interview on this subject, Verinder told us Northport just doesn't have the medical infrastructure to support a hospital.
You have to have a medical staff to run a hospital. You have to have a whole lot of different pieces to make a hospital work, and those just simply don't exist in Northport right now.
It is important to note Sarasota Memorial has tried numerous times to purchase Venice Regional Hospital, which last year was plagued by sewer issues and other problems. However, SMH insists that has nothing to do with it. Northport may not have the medical infrastructure right now, but just up the road in Inglewood they do. A 100-bed acute care facility with a new CEO and a renewed dedication for their neighbors to the south.
We are looking forward to continuing to serve the Northport residents. We've been doing that for almost 30 years now, and we look forward to continuing that. We have the capacity here, and we have a great staff, available and ready to take care of those patients.
Northport's mayor told us they'd love to see a healthcare agency build a hospital in the area.
The uncertainty in the healthcare system of delivery, frankly, Christopher, is why no investment has come forth from any of these 6, 7, or 8 people that we have, organizations that we have talked to as a city.
If some people in Northport say we spent $100,000, we got nowhere. Did we get nowhere?
I think we got somewhere.
Somewhere, Mayor Moore says, is the next time the idea comes up. At least some of the work has already been done.
Has Northport and our interest in quality health care now on the radar screen of a variety of organizations on which we were not before? And to me, that's value.
But not everyone in the community feels the same way, especially Sam George, who dedicated much of his time to the application process. When we asked him about the mayor, this is what he had to say.
I don't think she knows what she's talking about, to be perfectly frank.
The mayor says she does know what she's talking about, adding the timing on this try for a hospital just wasn't right.
The world is too complicated for any one mental model or any one group to think that they have all the answers, because trust me when I tell you, there isn't one.
And at this point, the hospital application has been tabled, although the city manager continues to work with several healthcare agencies to see if anyone wants to change their mind and build a hospital in Northport. Alan?
Christopher, thank you.